Boston Celtics send promising young player to the G League. The Boston Celtics, always at the top of the NBA, are facing a controversial decision that has left fans and experts stunned. 4 of their players are being sent to the main Celtics, the team's G League affiliate. But why? What's behind this unexpected move? The standout of this transfer is Baylor Scheierman, a young point guard selected in the first round of the 2024 NBA draft with the 30th overall pick by the Celtics. Despite his modest start to the season, averaging just 1.3 points, 1.3 rebounds, and 6 minutes per game in 3 matches, all eyes are on his brilliant performance in college basketball. Scheierman's promising journey in college basketball. Baylor began his college career in 2019 at South Dakota State, where as a freshman, he already showed potential, averaging 6 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. The following year, he nearly doubled his stats, achieving 15.4 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, securing a spot on the first-team All-Summit League. His third year was a true game-changer, 16.2 points per game, leading the conference in total rebounds, 7.8, and assists, 4.5. In addition to being named to the first-team All-Summit League again, Baylor was crowned Summit League Player of the Year. After that stellar season, he decided to stay in college and play for Creighton, where he continued to impress, averaging 18.5 points, 9 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game, earning first-team All-Big East and third-team All-American honors. Why sending him to the G League is a smart move. Although his demotion might seem like a step back, for Baylor Scheierman, it's a golden opportunity to grow and refine his skills. With a Celtics roster full of talent, such as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the chance to get more playing time and develop in the G League might be exactly what he needs to become the star everyone expects. Baylor isn't alone on this journey. He will be joined by 3 other two-way players. J.D. Davison. Since joining the Celtics in 2022, J.D. has shown potential, averaging 4.7 minutes, 1 point, and 0.3 rebounds per game in 3 appearances. Drew Peterson. Joining the team in 2023, Drew had brief but promising performances, with 3 minutes, 1 block, and 0.5 rebounds per game in 2 appearances. Anton Watson. Selected in the second round of the 2024 draft, Anton hasn't had any NBA opportunities yet but was a key player for Gonzaga, averaging 14.5 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game in his final college season. What does this mean for the Celtics? Sending promising talents to the G League is not just a development strategy. It's a calculated move to strengthen the Celtics' core in the long run. Baylor Scheierman will have the chance to play more minutes, face real challenges, and improve both his defensive and offensive skills, preparing to return to the NBA even stronger. Additionally, the presence of J.D. Davison, Drew Peterson, and Anton Watson in the G League gives Boston a reserve of versatile talent that can be called upon at any time, ensuring the team remains highly competitive even in the face of potential injuries or setbacks. Baylor Scheierman's future is full of possibilities. While some may see the demotion to the G League as a setback, others view it as a strategic opportunity for growth and development. With his impressive college track record and dedication, Baylor is positioned to become an indispensable player for the Celtics in the future. Question for the fans. Do you believe Baylor Scheierman will become an NBA star after his time in the G League? Giannis challenges the Bucks. Is this the END for Milwaukee against the Celtics? Milwaukee Bucks versus Boston Celtics. A clash that was already expected to be one of the most intense of the season, and the tension has just hit new levels. After a disastrous start to the season for the Bucks, with only 2 wins in 9 games, Giannis Antetokounmpo can't take it anymore and vents publicly. What did he say? Strong words, as hard as a rock. If we don't compete, we're going to lose by 30. Milwaukee in ruins? Or is Giannis just trying to fire up his team before facing the reigning champion? Because let's face it, the Boston Celtics are not messing around and are an unstoppable team so far with 8 wins and 2 losses, proving themselves to be an indestructible basketball machine. But do the Bucks still have a chance? The answer seems simple. Yes, but the battle will be intense. Giannis, alongside Damian Lillard, knows that a slip-up against the Celtics could be fatal for the Bucks season. And that's what makes this game so tense and unpredictable. They have all the weapons to go head-to-head with Boston, but if the defense keeps failing, Boston's show could turn into another massacre. And the most intriguing part, Giannis directly mentioned the Celtics in his challenge. He pushes his teammates, saying that if there's no full competitiveness, the defeat will be catastrophic. This is not just any game. It's a fire test for Milwaukee. The question is, will the Bucks regroup, or will they be crushed by a hungry Celtics team? Can you feel the tension in the air? What to expect from a game like this? There's no room for mistakes anymore, and anyone stepping on the court on Sunday will have to compete until the last second. The game is about to explode, and Milwaukee needs to show its strength, or it's going to be a true massacre in Boston. What will happen next? Jaylen Brown's injury. What's really happening and what to expect? The season started full of promise for the Boston Celtics, but soon the nightmare of injuries returned to haunt the team. While last year the Celtics breathed a sigh of relief by keeping their key players healthy, except for Kristaps Porzingis, who faced serious issues during the playoffs, this season's start brought new challenges. The main concern? Jaylen Brown. What's happening with the Celtics star? Brown is sidelined due to a left hip flexor strain, and contrary to expectations, the injury has already kept him out of 4 consecutive games. And the story doesn't end there. Sam Hauser, Luke Kornet, Al Horford. All are dealing with physical issues, but Brown's injury is undoubtedly the most serious so far. Before the game against the Brooklyn Nets, Coach Joe Mazzulla gave a cautious update on Brown's injury. "He's fine," Mazzulla said. "He's being treated day by day. He's getting a little better each day." These words should bring some relief to the Boston fanbase. But can we really relax? Has the worst already passed? The answer is still up in the air. Mazzulla, with his usual composed demeanor, merely confirms the obvious. There are no major concerns, at least for now. But here's the point everyone is asking. What does this mean for the Celtics? Because, in reality, Brown wasn't having his best season before the injury. He was inefficient in several areas, and for a player who has become one of the league's top scorers, this raises concerns. Is the hip issue affecting his ability to attack the rim with the same explosiveness as before? And his defense? All of this could be negatively impacting his performance. Now, while the Celtics don't want to rush his recovery, we have to be honest. The team cannot afford to lose Jaylen Brown for too long. Fortunately, with Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Peyton Pritchard ready to step up on the court, the Celtics can say they have time. There's no need to force Brown's return, and the philosophy now is clear. Complete and safe recovery is the priority. And that's what Boston is doing with Kristaps Porzingis, who is not expected to return until December. The philosophy is simple. It's not worth rushing the process, especially when you have a deep and qualified team. But what remains in the air is, how long until Brown's injury is no longer a shadow? And when he returns, will he be 100%? Or will the recovery still affect his season? Hey Celtics fanatics! What do you think of this news? Leave your opinion in the comments, as it's highly valued.